seen something about plotting, and what we have seen is we have just seen a single plot, okay, in the previous classes. Now what we are going to see is we are going to see multiple plots, okay, so that you can have more than one plot in a single graph, right? So for that you have some commands, that is using plot command, using hold command, using line command, okay. So these are the three commands, right? And first is using a plot command, right? So just watch this. So imagine you want three plots in a single graphical window. That is, you want three graphs, right? So what we need to do is you need three sets of data, isn't it? So it is x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. Okay, we are taking these three sets of plots of data, and you need a command to execute this, right? So the command is, it is plot x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Okay, so once when you give this command, what is the execution of this command is, this will generate three graphs in the same graphics window. Okay, so that will be one thing. Okay. Students, just one thing from my side. Is this screen visible? I haven't kept a full screen, but is it visible actually when I keep like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because if I can keep like this, I can just have a check like whether my network is dropping or not. Okay, so can I keep like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, fine, thank you. Okay, so it's like so this is the plot command for developing multiple plots, that is multiple graph in the same graphics window. Okay, so this is the syntax, right? And I'm going to the next slide. We'll just see an example. Okay, it looks pretty small, but you can just understand what I'm just going to tell. Okay, so this is an example. Illustrate the use of plot command for generating multiple plots. Okay, the question is crystal clear. They just want you to develop a plot for multiple. They just want to develop a graph for multiple plots, and they haven't given any value, like what should be the x1 value, what should be the x, y, nothing they have given. Okay, they are just leaving it to you to take the values and solve the plots, right? Just watch the solution. X is taken as range from 0 to 20. Okay, and the mid range is 0.01. That's a split. Okay, you can take on any value you want. They haven't mentioned like this should be the value, you should work on this, nothing like that. And again, y1 is, they have taken an exponential power. Okay, y1 is exponential value and with respect to sin x. And x2 is, again, they have specified a range. And again, y2 is, it's a sin x2. Okay, and again, x3 is, they have specified a range, and y3 is cos of x3. So like this, for x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3, they have taken values. Okay, so again, I'm telling it is left to you. It's not like you need to stick on any specific value. Here, nothing is being specified, so you can just go for your own values also. And now what we have to do is we have to plot this multiple things, isn't it? So the command we have seen in the previous slide, it is plot x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. That's the command, isn't it? So, and there is one more command called gtext. We have seen in the previous plotting, like what should be the name of the curve, isn't it? So for that, syntax is gtext. And the first curve name is curve y1, and the second curve name is curve y2, and the third curve name is curve y. Okay, so like that, what you can do is you can name the curve using this command, and you need a title of the graph, isn't it? And we have already seen this notation also. So this is the syntax. You give it in title, and it is multiple plots using plot command. Okay, so I'm just giving a title like this. And you have two coordinates, that is two axes, that is x-axis and y-axis, isn't it? So you have to name it. So the command is, you have to use X label and Y label. You already know it because we have seen this in the previous class. And if you want the grid to be on, that is, if you want to see this output in the grid box, the command is grid on. Okay. So this is the basic.
Sir, your voice is lagging, sir.
Program which will show like in a single program. Okay, Okay. I don't know what to do in this because
Sir, now it's
is it
fine.
okay now? Is it okay?
Yeah, sir, it's okay.
Oh, okay, fine, fine. Can you bear with
Yes,
me,
sir. Now
students?
it's fine.
Because
Now it's
Yes,
fine,
sir.
sir.
Now it's fine, sir.
yeah, because okay, thank you, student. Yeah, thank you. So it's like now what we are going to see is we are going to see this execution of this graph, how this three plots are going to come in a single graph. Okay, so I'm going to the next slide. Just watch this. So for the question we have seen, so this is the output. Okay, and the output tells plot to illustrate the plot command for multiple plots. Okay, the question is for multiple plots, and we have used in the question like I think three curves. Curve 1, this is your curve 1, this is your curve 2, and this one is your curve 3 of plotting. And also what we have done is we have given the label for x and y, isn't it? You have used the label command. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and we are given a heading for the graph also. It is multiple plots using plot command. So whatever things we have executed, we are given in the program, it will be executed in the form of a graph. Okay, so I think once when you run this, you will know how it is. But this is the screenshot, right? So we want three curves, and we are getting three curves as output, right? So this is the difference between your previous plotting, that is the previous class of plotting, and the current thing what we are studying now. Previously it was a single plot, single curve, whereas now it is a multiple plots. Okay, multiple curves we can see in a window, right? So this is about one thing. Now we'll discuss into the next part. Okay, the next is it's a hold command, right? But what is the job of this hold command is the hold command is used to freeze the current plot in the graphics window. Imagine it's like your current plot is running in your graphics window. What do you want is you want the graphics window to freeze. So for the on, okay. So once when you give this command called hold on, what this command will do is this command will hold the cursor on the current plot in the graphics window. So what it will do is it will hold the cursor. Okay, it will hold the cursor, and subsequent plots generated in the program are added to the same graph. Okay, the plots whatever you are adding will add to the same graph. Okay, so okay, you feel like this hold should be removed. What you should try to do is there's a command called hold off. Okay, this is hold on, this is hold off. The hold off command is used to clear the hold. So what this hold off command will do is it will clear the hold on command, right? So depending on this, we'll see an example for hold command. Okay, so the question what they try to do is they'll give us illustrate the use of hold command for generating multiple plots. Okay, so this is one question. And again, what they expect from you is you can give your own values. They haven't specified any particular values to be used, right? So again, what you are doing is you are going only for x. X is the range. Y1 is 5 plus 4x, any values, and you're plotting x comma y. And what you do is you just use on the hold command, right? And next is what you try to do is you just try to give the value for y2 so that the plot of x comma y2 is executed, and you give the hold off so that this hold command is being removed, right? And the g text want to be printed on the screen is, that is on the graph is, it is y1 is equal to 5 plus 4x, and for the one more curve it is y2 is equal to x square, right? So these are the two commands which you want to be printed because already we have given the values. Just watch here, y1 is equal to 5 plus 4x, y2 is equal to x square. Okay, so this is the g text which has to be printed on the graph. And also what you want is you want the grid to be on. Okay, so you're giving the grid command to be on, and the heading of the title is multiple plots using hold command, and you want the label as x-axis and y-axis. Okay, a simple program, but what we are going to check out is how this is going to work in the output. Okay, now just watch the output. This is the output. Really sorry, it's not a bit that clear. I'm really sorry. Okay, so I think you're able to see here. It's holding up a bit, isn't it? So this is the plot. One is, I think this curve, this line is with respect to y is equal to 5 plus 4x. That is y1 is equal to 5 plus 4x, and this one is, it is y2 is equal to x square. Okay, so like this, what you can do is you can hold the plots so that you want one plot to work, the other plot can be holded. Okay, so this is for the hold command. The third thing what we are going to see is it is for the line command. right? Using line command. The line command is used with the plot command to generate multiple plots. Once a plot is generated in the graphical window, more plots can be added using the line. Okay, if you want to add more plots, what you can do is you can use a line command. The syntax for line command is line x data comma y data, the name of the parameter and the parameter value which you are going to use. Okay, so this is the syntax of the line command. And what it will do is it has some specific things. You have using x data and y data. What is this x data? This x data and y data are the vectors containing x and y coordinates. We have to define the coordinates, isn't it? So how you can define is in the command of x data and y data. X contains x coordinates, y data contains y coordinates, and this parameter name and parameter value are used to give line style options. Okay, this is used to give a line style. We'll see how this command works. Okay, we are going on to the question. Just watch this question. They just want what you to do is illustrate the line command to generate multiple plots. Okay, and what thing is again you can use the same values or whatever values. For x, the range is defined. For y1, they want a square root function. Okay, so we are giving a square root, and again for y2 is it is 5x plus 20. Okay, and for y3 is it is 10x plus 3. Right. So what they need to do is this three text of y1, y2, and y3 should be executed with the line command, right? And I think you were able to see you're executing the line command. Okay, this is for line with respect to x comma y2, and this is for the line with respect to x comma y3. Okay, and because we want the square root function to be implemented, and finally what has to do is this has to come out as an output. Okay, so what output you will get is the plot command plots the first curve. You're using this plot x comma y1, isn't it? So what this command will do is it will plot the first curve. The line command follows to add more curves. After this plot, just watch in the coding, you are using the line command. So what this line command will do is it will add more curves to the current plot. Okay, and finally what you will get is you will get a graph with multiple plots, right? And we'll see how the graph looks. Just watch the graph. This will be the outputs. Okay, and I think you're able to make it. This is the grid box, and this is the x-axis with the range 0 to 100, and this is the y-axis with the range 0 to 1200. And the first one is it is y1 is equal to square root of x square plus 1. Okay, this is the first value we have defined in the program itself, y1. And the second value what we have defined is it is y2 is equal to 5x plus 20. This is your second line command. And your third is y3 is equal to 10x plus 3. Okay, so I hope we're able to make it. There are three line commands we have executed. So these are the three line commands. Okay, so this is how what you can do is you can use multiple plots using line command. Okay, so we'll go into the we have been seeing just lines or curves or whatever. We see that there should be some something interesting in the tool, isn't it? So it's like you should make the tool to be interesting. For that, there are certain commands, there are certain options. We shall see that in the next slide. How you can make the tool to look interesting, how you can make the output to look interesting. Okay, those things we'll see in the next slide. But before that, we'll just refresh ourselves with a small video.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have not understand the whole statement, sir.
Which statement? Which statement?
Hold, sir. Hold.
Okay. I'll just go back. Okay, Sandeep, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just watch the screen, and I'll just go on with the points. Okay, then we'll discuss about how the whole command works, right? The hold command is used to freeze the current plot in the graphics window. Okay. The thing is, see, imagine you're working with the current plot in the graphics window. You would have specified the values, isn't it? So it will be keeping on running. So what you need to do is you need to freeze that current plot, right? Imagine a plot is running in your graph, and that current plot has to be freezed. Okay. So at that time, what you can do is you have to do something on the code. Okay. And the command to freeze the current plot is called as hold on, right? So that is a command which will just some internal stop. Okay. And the next what it will do is the hold command holds the cursor on the current plot in the graphic window, and subsequent plots generated in the program are added to the same graph. See, we are not working with single plots. Okay, so we are working with multiple plots. Okay, so what you are doing is, initially what you are doing is, for the current plot it will be holded. Okay, because you are using this hold command, but there are subsequent plots which is coming, isn't it? Because one after the other you have subsequent plots. So, and the subsequent plots, what it will be doing is it will be added to the same graph. Just remember, your previous current plot is holded, but the subsequent graph plots are being added, but you want that to be executed, isn't it? So for that execution, what you have to do is you have to remove that hold command. Okay, and how do you do that hold command again to work back is you have to hold off. That is, once when you give this hold off command, so what it will do is it will clear the hold on command. That is, we have freezed initially, isn't it? That freeze thing should be removed. So for removing that freeze thing, what we are doing is we are again going on for a one more command that is called as hold off. Okay, and once when this hold off command is being given, it will release the current plot of the graphical window, and you can get the output. And one more thing is, Sandeep, these things how you can understand is, see, I have just taken a screenshot of how your output will be. But once when you run the command line by line only in your Scilab, you can understand how this coding is working. Okay, I can understand because I'm putting a screenshot. You can ask me, sir, how this command is going to work. But this hold on and hold off, you can understand once only when you run this on your Scilab. So that is what I've been keeping on telling. This MATLAB is subject is, subsequently it has to run with the lab. So that is why when we have so many commands, we have to run subsequent with the lab. Okay, so my suggestion for you is you can try this. You can try this in your free time properly with the Scilab. Okay, just that is what I'm giving all the commands for lab purpose also. This has to be tested in the lab. Okay, so what you do is try out this in the Scilab and check how this hold on and hold off command is working. Is it okay, Sandeep?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, because that is why I've been keeping on insisting, students. See, you will have some queries, I can understand, because this is theory, but how you can gain knowledge on this subject is, not this subject, any other subject is, you have to implement it practical oriented, students. Once when you do this practical oriented, you will learn some new things. And right now I can understand from you all is like, see, this is MATLAB, but we are changing it into Scilab. And what I have made to do in the lab is, you started using the conversion. See, you're not asking me, sir, imagine if this grid is not working in Scilab, what is the command? What I'll try to do is, I'll tell you is, open the search window and find yourself. Okay, so that is what I'm training you, and you're all into the next level of engineering. Right now, from your school, you have come into engineering, and the best part I can understand from you all is, you're also starting to